What's up guys, and welcome back to some more r/ScrapMechanic. Let's take a look at some of the top posts from the past month, starting with this suggestion for the game. It's a new bot concept called the Chainsaw Bot. Wow, already this thing looks pretty cool. It's basically a mobile turret with tank tread, and a giant chainsaw instead of a gun. Wait, it has a steam whistle? It blows before a charge attack, and it has a blind spot because the left eye is broken. So the head can do two different attacks, a short diagonal swipe and a charge attack. It also drops a new item from the chainsaw bot's head. I think this is a cool concept. So if the charge attack misses, it ends up sort of tripping over itself and chainsawing its way into the ground and getting stuck for a little bit. It also says the drops for this robot is going to be 100% the sawbot's head, 40% gasoline or battery. Logic gates and bearings are also going to be dropped. Only spawns in forest clearings? Yeah, that makes sense. So like a giant forest, but this is the bot that cleared out the area. And it'll take 20 HP with every swipe and 45 HP with a charge attack, halved on easy difficulty. Wait, there's difficulty in survival mode? With a total health of 300 HP. Oh, and there's a little drawing for scale as well, with a super tiny mechanic next to it. Overall, I'd say this is an awesome concept for a new bot, and sort of fits with the lore of ScrapMechanic. Very cool, very cool. Does this look familiar to anyone? It's just a couple of balls. I mean, as a Canadian, I can say that this looks a lot like a snowman. Everything looks fine. What do you mean? What do you mean? Everything looks fine. Yeah, I definitely know about this. It's so weird how the dirt that you can put on the ground, the terrain decals sort of overlay on top of even the dirt that you put down. That's kind of weird. Where is this? Where is this section? I'm not sure if I've ever seen this before in the map, but I totally remember building my farm in the middle of a highway and seeing the highway number show up on my farm. You gotta love the quirks in ScrapMechanic. My first bit of complex logic. What do you think? All right. Oh, it's a display. Okay. With like a little directional selector thing, so you can just select which pixel out of many. And that's your first bit of complex logic? Man, way to start off running. Who needs to crawl or walk when you could just start running? Like, you could use this with some pistons over top your farm to plant or harvest a very specific crop out of many. Or you could just use this to make all kinds of arcade games in ScrapMechanic. Very nicely done. So I made the apple skin mod, but in ScrapMechanic. It displays how much hunger a given food item will replenish. Alright, what are we looking at here? Oh, I see. Oh my god, that is amazing. That is like a tiny quality of life detail, but it makes the game so much better. Oh my goodness. No, this should just be in the vanilla game. This should not be a mod. I mean, it's one of those mods that is so good that it has to be vanilla. Man, Axolot needs to see this. Such a tiny little thing, but it makes it so much better. It gives you a better idea of how to manage your diet in a survival game. So that's a huge thumbs up from me. That's amazing. Here we've got some more fan art. Somebody made a drill bot. Oh. Okay, I kind of expected this thing to have some legs. It's got drills for arms and a single leg, which is also a drill and suspension. I'm kind of surprised. How's this thing even standing up? Oh, I'm gonna drill you. Wait. That sort of came out wrong. Here we've got a post from Karen Spanker 20. Post called Cannibalism. Let's check it out. Oh, it's just going to town. What? I was taking this video seriously up until that last split second. Oh my gosh. Oh, a little bit of a jump scare. I have integrated my turret stabilization with a trajectory calculation circuit to create the ultimate target lock. The next step is making an actual vehicle with this tech. Alright, way too much logic. Oh my goodness, that spaghetti needs some sauce. But it looks like a lot of logic, some number logic stuff. I see exometers in the back and orient block. Wait, so there's not an orient block on the gun? Okay, I see the target too, and the gun's pointing at it, sort of. Oh, look at that. Nice trajectory. Honestly, this is pretty impressive, calculating the exact trajectory angle that you need to take to make sure that the shot, like, you have to calculate the shot speed, and they're just showing it off that it works sideways as well. It doesn't matter if your vehicle's sideways or upside down, it's still gonna point to where it needs to. That's pretty impressive stuff. Oh, you're approaching me. Okay. Any screenshot from any video game, just put the anime lines over it and it's instant action-packed. Oh, that's great. I like how they got the star on the side too. target practice range in vanilla inspired by Valorant. I don't know too much about the game Valorant, but I can... Oh! Oh! Wait, so is it counting the... No, that's just a timer at the top. Right. Right, and we can see a counter for the number of targets at the bottom. They were just going at 1 target a second initially, so I wasn't sure. But that's pretty cool. So it's timing you for your ability to hit, what is that, 20 targets? So is it just random locations for every target? Or is it a specific pattern that flips up? Oh my gosh, that's spaghetti. I gotta say, very cool, very cool. Here we have an FPS counter completely in vanilla. How did they manage to build this? Oh, so it just says greater than 40. Completely vanilla. Whoa, so wait, how does it actually do that? It says no mods, even though this guy has mods in his hotbar and modded connection dots. Oh my god. Huh. It's not very specific, it's not like super accurate, but it does get the job done. So how does this actually work? There's no way that like sensors actually lower their performance with lower FPS. They didn't even say. They didn't even say how it works. Alright, that's pretty cool though. Thought this was funny and I wanted to share. Alright, yeah. It's just a single jet engine with wings on the side, wheels on the bottom, and a seat on top. And you can even see the massive plane in the back, which the engines are probably made for. But when you're talking about fuel efficiency, this is the plane that you should fly. You can't carry any cargo, it's just one passenger. Oh, we got another post about ScrapMechanic's physics. Let's see. Oh. What? What even makes it spin like that? Okay, more concrete. Whoa! Okay, no, I think I see what's happening there. Okay, so it pushes it off the bearing a little bit. The bearing has a little bit of give to it, but then in trying to spring back into place, one side of the pipe has more resistance than the other in its motion back to the center of rotation, and that ends up causing it to spin, just because of that offset of friction when it's trying to move back into place. You gotta love the quirks in ScrapMechanic. Could definitely use that in all kinds of ways. Let the games begin. Which side are you on? Using logic gates to make screens, or using lights to make screens? You know, honestly, I don't think it really matters. A lot of people would just use logic gates to make their screens just because it didn't have any delay, like a tick delay. So if whatever your logic build was needed input and output, and you needed that input-output to be very fast, then having a lower tick delay would be a lot more responsive for the person using it. But if it didn't matter, then it didn't matter. And, you know, a simple display, you could wire it up to any number of things, and it could take up to a dozen ticks, and the player still might not care. So really, it doesn't matter, and it matters more about what you're building. But since a recent update in ScrapMechanic, the render distance changed for a lot of parts, and it's a very short render distance all of a sudden for logic gates. So it becomes very difficult to actually build a large screen that you can see the entire thing, since if you're a little bit too far, they just kind of disappear. Whereas lights, I'm pretty sure, have a very far render distance, and you'll be able to tell which ones are on and which ones are off, even if you're very far away. So now the story's a little bit different, but I would still say it depends on what you're building, and not just a personal preference. Sometimes one option is better than the other, and that's just the way it is. Alright, here you got somebody memeing on this Reddit. The creations in r/ScrapMechanic. When you are at someone else's place and don't know how their shower works. What? Wait, what? What am I looking at right now? This is a house that transforms. What? Who needs to go downstairs when the downstairs can just come up to you? That's definitely ScrapMechanic. That's definitely ScrapMechanic creations right there, yep. I was bored, so I made a doggo Transformers car. I always like a good Transformer. What? Okay. Wow. I was about to say, where's the dog? But now I can only say, what the dog doing? I gotta see that again. It's just a nice looking car, and then it's a nice looking dog. Such a cute little doggo. The goal is to develop a vehicle at least the pro pilots can operate intuitively. I'm talking about speeds over 400 kilometers an hour, WASD controlled, vanilla taste hover things. What is a taste? What? Vanilla taste? 400 kilometers an hour? No way. This is a serious toy. Why's the guy in the front? Is that just for first person cam? Pretty impressive hover vehicle, honestly. Lots of G-forces. I haven't seen the 400 kilometers an hour yet, though. It's going. It's going. Nope. This is a pretty cool looking vehicle. Now this is pod racing. Nice drift straight into the wall. No, I gotta say, this must be an amazingly fun time racing a couple of these with your friends. That's legit pod racing. That's actual pod racing right there. It seems to have really good control too. Here we have a leak for an upcoming radio revamp in the next update. Radio level 1. Wait. Upgradable radio? A jazz track? How do you, wait, what does upgrading a radio mean? I thought this menu was gonna let you choose the track that plays, but you have to upgrade to get more audio tracks? It costs a component kit? The radio is already like one of the least used items in the game. Adding a cost for component kits is not gonna get it. This must be a joke. This must be a joke. It was tagged as modding, so yeah. This is definitely a joke, not an actual update. Oh my gosh. Has this form of transportation been discovered already? Just from the first frame of the video, I can already tell exactly what this is, and yes, people know about this. People do this with all kinds of things that are low friction. But basically, you stand on anything that's low friction. It's not a very good method of transportation. You do better with just some blocks, some metal blocks like the net block. Oh, you got it. I'm not sure if there's like a name for this in the community. I think it's just like sledding or something. I don't know. It's definitely one of the first things that players tried as soon as there was a friction update in the game and parts had different kinds of friction. It's definitely one of the first things, for sure. Honestly, one of my favorite fuel-free methods of transportation in ScrapMechanic. It's not too much faster than just running on foot, so it really depends on your situation in survival mode. But hey, if you're just sledding around just for fun, it's a lot of fun. I finally put together a budget build for the sole purpose of ScrapMechanic. I didn't have a case, so I made my own in ScrapMechanic fashion. Works great. Very excited to be joining the community. Well, welcome. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm not sure. Okay, wait, what? It says kitchen. Is this just a box from like when you were moving around and you just had like kitchen supplies in here and hey, I'm gonna use that box as my PC case? Could have designed your own ventilation for this. Yeah, nice, they give us a good look at the inside. So we can see what's going on here. Wow! Oh my gosh, what is even happening in here? I thought part of the reason why that a computer case was made out of metal was for grounding issues. So if there's any other, I mean, it doesn't really happen these days anymore, but like in the olden days, if there was any like power issues or like static issues, the metal case would act as the grounding so that your internal parts won't like shock each other or anything like that. So, but hey, that's something to consider. You could always just design your own PC case. Oh man, look, is this the fan on the top and everything? Oh my gosh. Well, I mean, you can access everything. Oh, wait a second. Your video card? What, you didn't even screw it in? Surely it has more than one output plug, like more than one HDMI or DisplayPort, but you only cut the hole just for the one. That is hilarious. This is a funny custom case. And look at that, they show it that it is in fact working. It does work. Is that your mouse pad? Okay, and then this is the front, like the wires coming out of the side is driving me nuts. Why does this even come out of the side and then go back in? Couldn't it just have been inside? I'm going crazy right now. Oh my god, they had to make their own power button. I completely forgot part of the PC case was the actual power switch. It's just a flap of cardboard that they have to push it. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yes. Oh my gosh, in true ScrapMechanic fashion, you made your own computer case. Well, kudos to you, and welcome to the ScrapMechanic community. Here we have a couple of cosplayers dressed as two little mechanics in their city's GameCon. Oh, look at that. That's adorable. They even have a hammer and a paint gun. That's very cool. That's very cool. Honestly, I think Axolot would be easily able to sell a mechanic's outfit in all kinds of different sizes. If they wanted to sell their own merch, they could definitely do not just like an Axolot logo or a ScrapMechanic logo on a t-shirt. I'm talking about this. They could totally do that. I think so many people are totally envious of this outfit. That's very cool. Oh, I think I've seen this before. Yep. Also, add emotes to the game. Yes. What dance even is this? Is this even a Fortnite dance? Like, what? What are these moves? Oh, that's bad. Okay, here we got somebody claiming that this is the best way to protect your farm. The best way to protect your farm. This is just a large platform. Okay, that's not really a farm, but we can pretend it is. Oh, I know what they're doing. I know exactly what they're doing. They just put a large thing on their lift, and when the bots get close, they just put down their lift, because the lift itself has like infinite strength, because it has to keep the creation on your lift. Oh, the best way to protect your farm. Yeah, right, it's the best way to protect your farm. You're way too slow with that lift control. They actually destroyed some of your plants. I mean, I know exactly what you're talking about. Like, that infinite power of the lift is very, very useful, very strong. But you need something faster than that. Like, you need something that's guaranteed to protect your plants. Finally, my project is done. A vehicle, a bike, a very wide bike, like a bat bike, super wide. Oh, but it's self-balancing. A little wobbly, but then it stabilizes. Whoa, wait, what? Wait, what? It transforms into a cart? So that's why it was so wide. I see. That was actually the best way to have the wheels side by side without interfering with each other, because you need a bearing on each of them. I made this meme with a lot of passion. Okay, the top posts and the ScrapMechanic community, they just look happily at all the top posts, completely blind to all of the spelling mistakes in the title. Yep. I may or may not have made an incredible discovery. What did they discover? Got a controller, some lights, just on a chunk of wood that's sitting on the ground. Oh, I think I know what's happening. So they put their controller to spin the bearing, and blocking it sort of like wound up the controller with tension. So then as soon as they release it, it just sort of springs to where it's supposed to be. Well, see you later, wood platform. Is there a way out of this without another person? What do they need help getting out of? What? Wait, what? Oh my god, your health just goes away so fast? What? Wait, what? So this is where you respawn? What? You're stuck. Yeah, you're stuck. You don't take damage while you're in the bed, but as soon as you get out, you're done. And you can't, like, jump out over them or anything like that? No, because there's a bunk bed. It's a low ceiling. You can't do anything about that. Wow. They did manage to put their lift down, but, like, it doesn't really stop them in any way. If anything, it helps them get up there. Wow. Yeah. The top comment here is exactly the way to do it. Just hit them, die, repeat. Yep. You just need to get one hit in every once in a while, and you're making progress. It's a very interesting way to soft lock your game. That entire survival world, like, some people would just scrap that entirely. Never play it again. I thought the red guy explosions wouldn't be that bad, and I'd be fast enough to evade it. I was wrong on both accounts. Man. Wait, what? Oh, no. You just drove over it. Oh, I see. So you had weapons in the front. No way. There's no way that you thought that you'd be fast enough to drive over top of it. Like, why didn't you turn to the left or right? Oh, man. We got a post that just says physics. That's always a good thing. Is this just a school bus with, like, rocket engines in the back? They're going really fast. What? What? Wait a second, what? What just happened? Physics happened. Logging tip, I guess. No bearing, no problem. Ah, yeah, I definitely know about this. Yep. It's just a loose saw blade, and it doesn't even need to be spinning that fast for it to count as actually cutting things. So, look at that. Just a couple of hammer hits, and you can get an entire tree down. Yeah. And then take it with you to where you actually have some logging equipment. No bearing, no problem. 346 max RPM compact piston V8 engine plus cosmetic intake and headers. A lot of what I just said, I don't even know what I'm talking about. This is definitely made by somebody that is definitely a car enthusiast. Wow, look at that thing go. How do you know it's going at 346 RPM when you only have like 60 FPS in game or less? For a piston engine in ScrapMechanic, that's crazy fast. My first piston-powered train finished. Don't ask me to paint the bearings or I'll cry. Wait, so yeah, this is completely piston-powered. No engine. It's their very first piston-powered train in ScrapMechanic. Look at that. Very nice, very nice. That's funny. Here we got some fan art. It's a level 5 bearing. Wait. You can upgrade bearings? But I gotta like that. I gotta love that. Oh my goodness, look at this. Look at this amazing bearing. Looks like the bearing's going Super Saiyan or something. Like, look at all the electricity. Like, hold on a second. I gotta do something to this. I gotta do something to this. There we go. Just a little bit of adjustments here and there. Bada bing, bada boom, and it's the blue bearing. Very easy to hue shift an image. Now I got a blue bearing that's all electrified. No, but I gotta give props to the original. Very nicely done. If I could make art like this, I would be doing it every day. Cube animation on a tactile screen. What? What just happened? What? Wait, what? My brain, what? Oh, okay, I know what's happening now. I understand. I understand what's happening. It's literally the animation that they did in a previous project, but they're using that to activate pistons. To push it through a mesh screen. Made out of other pistons that don't have collision, so. Whoa, my brain, well, hold on a second. My brain was just like, which way is the cube spinning? I gotta say, that's very cool. Very cool. Nice contrast of colors. Kivion, you always make some incredible logic creations. Very nice. I didn't know paddle boats can be decent cars with just a few adjustments. Okay, so from paddle boats to car. Okay, that's not the type of paddle boat that I was thinking of, but technically it's a paddle boat, I guess. Oh man. So much splashing. Oh, they just gotta angle it down a little bit more. Yep, they just gotta angle down the paddles a little bit more. And then it's a car. That's a crazy fast car, too. Like, that's faster than most cars. Nice! I love this mod. Okay, let's take a look at the video. What just happened? Things just fell apart. This is like that crazy school bus all over again. What? Okay, I gotta see the comments. What does this comment say? Okay, the mod is collision destruction physics. Place the activator block in the world. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I think what's happening is that it just, it calculates like a change in speed. And if the creation stops really suddenly, then naturally it should just crumble under its own weight or under its own momentum and just completely destroy itself. Or like we saw with the Ferris wheel, if it's spinning too fast, it should rip apart. And that's actually a really cool concept to see in the game. Like, this is another one of those mods that Axolot should seriously consider just making vanilla. Playing Pong with the physics quality slider. What? Wait, what? Do you control your paddle? What? Wait, what? What am I looking at right now? Oh my god, this is disgusting. It's disgusting how well it's working. I can sort of see what's going on the side there, but... oh man. You're playing Pong with your physics slider. I'm just looking at this in amazement, like... Yeah, you could totally put a bunch of sensors in front of a bunch of bearings that can be adjusted with the physics slider. What the heck? It works really well too, like it's really responsive. So I wonder, were they playing against an AI or another player that was like maybe sitting in the seat or something? So they were playing against another player, it wasn't AI, and they were the ones that originally made the physics quality sensor. Very cool, very fun. I'm sure there's gonna be lots of ways to use that physics quality sensor, and playing Pong is just one of them. Oh, and look at that, this is the post right here. This is actually the top post for the past month, and it's the exact thing that we were talking about. They made a creation that can read out the physics quality slider. It's quite literally the detector that they made, with a giant number display, and like a histogram, like a graph reading. That's a very cool graph, by the way. Oh, it's just timers, it's timers. I'm a dingus for not even realizing that there was timers originally. Like, I thought it was a whole screen built out of lights and stuff, but like, no, that's timers. That looks very cool though, I gotta say. Like, see, now I wanna make a heart monitor, like a heart rate monitor out of timers. That's a very cool way to use timers. And I can totally see why this is the top post for the past month. Very nicely done, and it's 100% upvoted too, not a single downvote. Who would downvote this? Nobody. And those were some of the top posts from r/ScrapMechanic. Don't forget to leave a like on this video if you like this sort of thing. It helps me to figure out if you guys actually like to see this content on my channel, and if you want more of it. Also, let me know down in the comments below, did you have a favorite post? I gotta say, there's so many good ones that I really can't decide, so you guys let me know in the comments if you had a favorite. But that's it for today, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.